you heard about a dyslexic wonky chocolate man who unwonks the wonked chocolate business?
Loompa, loompa, doopity-doo-doo. I got a and it's pointed at you. Loompa, loompa, doopity-doo. I got a job and it's perfect for you.
Wonka, Wonka, Wonka. The only man who has the least cool James Bond style introduction. The name's Wonka. Wonka Willy. The only man who completed his diversity hire during the first steps of his business empire by hiring a midget person of color. Already 2 boxes ticked. The only man who uses chocolate to murder some communists. We'll get to that. In general, I think there are 2 movie fields I am least educated in. A horror and musicals. Well, today we explore the latter. Hippopotamus. And being that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was one of the few children movies I enjoyed when I was younger, I went into this very skeptical and with high expectations. Will Willy be a Willy Wonka? Or will the expectations of the Wonk be kept? Let's see. We start with the man himself sailing into the city. He's sure to make him millions. Wonka traveled the world after his mother passed, trying to figure out how he can make the best chocolates imaginable. With the worldly experience he's gained, he walks into town with 12 silver sovereigns. And sovereigns are this place's currency. However, at the end of the day, he complains that there is nothing left. He basically spent it all. We got a man complaining about the fact that everything's so expensive, yet he wouldn't stop giving away money for things. His list of expenditures include a restaurant map, where let's be honest, if he just uses his eyes, we won't even need a map. A shoe scrubbing, which poor men don't need to get. It's a luxury, not a necessity. My shoes haven't been scrubbed in over 600 days, and I'm proud of that. A broken pumpkin, fucking idiot. Another shoe scrubbing. Also, he pays a daydream tax of 3 sovereigns. Which, yes, it's a silly concept to pay to be able to daydream. However, if Wonka had simply opened his eyes up, he wouldn't have to have paid it in the first place. 100% once again on him. He also gives some money away to the needy, which of his list of expenditures is the only one actually justified. At least the last coin he spends with goofy ignorance. Okay, so the man can't afford a place to stay in, so naturally his hustle to get back on his feet is sitting on a bench feeling sorry for himself. Okay. An apparent kind stranger comes and offers Willis a place to stay. When Wonka goes to sign a contract saying he only needs to pay the next day, dumb Willy doesn't even read the fine print. Mainly because he can't read, which causes him to pop into poverty and owe 10,000 sovereigns to a Mrs. Scrubbit. Because I kid you not, he had a glass of gin. Learn to read and don't drink, kiddos, otherwise you'll end up like the following contractually enslaved, mentally challenged individuals. Wonka, an orphan, an accountant, a plumber, a mute, and a mentally challenged comedian.
What? Comedian.
They are slaving away and doing chores while saying the words scrub, scrub for exactly 17 times. I kid you not, I counted. So while they scrub their way through slavery, let me tell you about a YouTuber whose content is savory. This beautiful African needs 1,000 subs before Feb, and they are less than 30 days ahead. So help a young rapper accomplish his dream, especially because his rhyme is so obscene. Lee phenomenal. Anyways, a sub will really mean a lot. Back to the video. Wonka tries to sneak off and sell chocolates to pay his debt. However, the following communists try any way to stop him. In their eyes, all animals are equal. However, some are more equal than others. Right? They bribe a fat Comedy Central comedian with 1,800 boxes of chocolate.
Oh.
Worst of all, they did it while doing this. Hold on though, if chocolate is about $1, policeman Key can be bribed with the same amount of money it takes to buy a 2009 Dodge Grand Caravan SXT with 165,759 miles on it. It's a tough economy. Okay, well then there's a lot of fluff in the middle of the story. Wonka evades the police, basically gets caught and let go, almost accomplishes his dream, fails, accept the bribe to leave forever and never return again, and luckily he went back on his decision. The gang eventually decides to go rob a bank because it contains a ledger of these guys' scruffy dealings. At the end they succeed, and all is well in the world. I didn't mention this little munchkin because he basically had no role to play in the movie, although he was one of my favorite parts in the movie.
Would you be so very kind as to pass me that miniature frying pan?
How could he not be? Like me, he's an extinguished gentleman. He's also very short, which reminds me of a lot of my other friends. Also, Wonka feeds the communists some floating chocolate. outside, without a roof. As cultured people will say, bye Felicia! Before my final verdict arrives for this movie, I just want to share some beautiful poetic wisdom that I received. Some scrumptious bits of information. Listen up. Do you think that candy is dandy? Well, we've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Beautiful. Well, there's chocolate. And there's chocolate. But only one makes your eyes pop out your socklet. Huh? So if you don't agree, see clause 5, section 7a, paragraph 22, part D, which says... Okay, and finally one of my own making. Well, there's chocolate. And there's chocolate. But a like from you would really help a lot of it. Give me 60 for this week. Yes, you'll only have this week. And I'll eat a chili to prove to you that I am not meek. Basically, the rhyme in the movie is meh, and you should give me a like. Okay, pumpkin? So here we go. My final verdict. As a 60-year-old in a 19-year-old's body, I have to say, the movie was amusing, yet I wouldn't personally pick it to show to another friend or rewatch it. However, it's exactly the type of movie I wouldn't mind showing a little me one day. Which honestly means it hit the demographic perfectly. No heavy politics, funny bits and extravagant scenes. It's decent. I also appreciate the route that appreciated the route that Timothy Chalamet took with the movie. Moral of the story? Scrub scrub. No. Pop your eyes right out of your socklets. Hell no. Oompa loompa. Doompity doo. Yes, that moral story would have to do.